Attention duelists. Franks here bringing you Master Duel Tuesday. Watch and learn 100.1. All the classics that you love. But seriously, I'm just going to do, in celebration of the 100th Watch and Learn, I'm just going to do a bunch of these this week. The others will be shorter because the first one went turbo long. So, better buckle your seatbelts, everybody. Sword Soul player with some unorthodox choices. Set pass. Opponent summons Moye using its effect, showing Ashuna in hand, creating the token. Effect Veiler in response, stopping Moye from creating the token. Duelist B could still continue playing. It will show Long Wan, pitching the Ashuna, summoning Long Wan and a token. Then activating Vessel for the dragon, sending away Shatana to get at Hara. Long Wan and the token will make Baron de Fleur. Long Wan's effect, attempting to activate to burn. Forbidden Droplet will activate, pitching their own Taya. Negating the effects of Baron, still taking the 1200, moves to battle. Moye will swing over the Tomato. Tomato will tag out for Vampire Fräulein. Main phase 2, Duelist B drops the Raigeki. Passes turn. Duelist A has to get around Baron with 2 cards. Activates the Mothman. Mothman is the card hit. Its effect will activate, both players draw and then discard. Player activates Reinforcement of the Army. It's their last card in hand. Baron will use negation. Duelist A, fully out of gas. Passes turn to Duelist B. Duelist B just needs to get a bit more damage on board to have what they need. They activate Sword Soul Emergence, getting another copy of Moye. Then activate Sacred Sword of the Seven, pitching Elemental Hero Spirit of Neos, getting to draw. Summon Moye, sowing the Iris Soul. Moye creates a token. Things together for Draco Berserker, lethal on board. Moye and Grave will still let them draw a card. Punch Moye, punch with Baron, and then punch Berserker for game. Like Duelist A did not have the right stuff. Looking at these, I think a lot of the Link Row Festival is going to be the same. Instead, we're going to hit random on Duel Live for a bit, and hopefully we don't get as many Snake Eye mirrors as we got yesterday. Brick Eyes living up to the name, opening Blue Eyes, Maiden with Eyes of Blue, Kaibaman, and 2 copies of True Light. Duelist B went first, full passed. Player summons Kaibaman, opponent activates Max C. Kaibaman will tribute itself, summon the Blue Eyes in hand. Max C getting 1 card, sets 1, puts Power of the Guardian on Blue Eyes, swings, gets a spell counter going up to 3,500. Not a bad punch. I've seen worse Blue Eyes turn 1s. Duelist B's turn. Activates Runic Fountain. Blue Eyes player activates True Light. Setting Bingo Machine go. Runic player activates Freezing Curse, summoning Moonin. Using the fountain, they'll put the Freezing Curse back in the deck, draw 1. Then activates Bamboo Sword, equipping it to Moonin. Activates Golden Bamboo to draw 2. Activates another Golden Bamboo, 2 more. Activates Raigeki. Power of the Guardian will protect Blue Eyes. Player then tributes their Moonin for Crystal Dragon, putting Mage Power on it. That's 1. Due to the effect of their own runic cards, the battle phase is skipped. Passing turn, Blue Eyes player gets King of D, activates the Bingo Machine. Duelist B firing off their second Max C. Chaining Runic Smiting Storm, banishing 4 cards. All this resolves. Bingo Machine showing Blue Eyes, and Alt Dragon. Alt Dragon is gotten. Fountain will activate to put a card back and draw. True Light will activate. Setting Ultimate Fusion. Player summons the King of D, pitching True Light, getting the Melody of Awakening. Activates Melody, pitching Alt Dragon, getting Blue Eyes in hand, and another Alt Dragon. Reveals the Blue Eyes to summon the Alt Dragon. Using its effect, they pop the Crystal Dragon. Battle. Swings the Blue Eyes. Power of the Guardians will bump it up, and then King of D will get the follow-up and game. We got Bestial on Duelist A. Duelist B activates Dramatic Snake Eyes, putting Diabellstar in the spell trap. Sets one. Banish the Dramatic to move Diabellstar forward. He will then set Sinful Spoils of Betrayal and passes. Not the strongest opener. Duelist A summons Fallen of Albaz, pitching Branded Retribution. Infinite Impermanence coming out, targeting Fallen of Albaz to negate its effect, to Bellstar. Branded Opening chaining to that. Opening, pitching Branded Opening to summon Aluber. Albaz is negated. Aluber's on summon will now activate, adding Branded Fusion. Activate the Branded Fusion. Opponent with the Ash Blossom. Branded Retribution Engrave will banish itself, target Branded Fusion. Ghost Bell in response to that. B's got a bunch of answers, not having the strongest opener. Duelist A will pass turn. Did they have anything else they could have done? They could have gone into Verte, but I don't think anything more with it. Opponent moves to battle. Diabellstar punches over Albaz and passes. Player draws Called by the Grave, summons Springgan's Kit, returning Branded Fusion to their hand. Returning Max C. Kit and Aluber will then link away for Verte Anaconda. Anaconda will pay 2,000, send away Fusion Destiny. Max C will activate in response. Not firing the Called by. Sends away Dasher and Draw Hand, making Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. Moves to battle. DPE punches over Diabellstar. Diabellstar's effect will activate, pitching Jet Synchron, resummoning herself. Her effect will activate, setting Sinful Spoil Snake Eyes. DPE will then activate its effect, but Sinful Spoils of Betrayal will activate, negating the effects of DPE. Verte will then punch the face, sets the Called by, and passes. DPE is still negated. During the standby phase, Draw Hand will summon itself. No players get to draw. Snake Eye Ash is summoned. DPE will attempt to use its effect, but it is negated. Ash will add Poplar to hand. Poplar was added to hand, will summon itself. It was then summoned. It will add Divine Temple of the Snake Eye. Temple is activated, placing Flamberge in this back row. Poplar will then become Relinquished Anima, pointing at DPE, and will equip that to it. Ash will then activate, sending itself away, and also Poplar to summon an Oak. Oak will target Jet Synchron, summon it. Oak will then send itself in Flamberge away, summon Flamberge. Flamberge Engrave will activate, Called by in response, targeting the Flamberge, negating its effect. Original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye will activate, getting rid of the Jet Synchron, summoning Oak and Diabellstar. Diabellstar, setting Sinful Spoils of Subversion. Activate Subversion. Moving Draw Hand to the back row. Diabellstar punches over Verte. Oak will hit the face, and Flamberge for game. Thanks to a million hand traps, Duelist B got the dub. Oh, that's disgusting. That's messed up. That's 2, activates Necro Valley and passes. Cemetery Bomb is a funny choice, though. Opponent activates Pot of Extravagance, banishing 6. Drawing 2. Activates Millennium Revelation, discarding Immortal Phoenix. Winged Dragon of Ra, Immortal Phoenix, getting Monster Born. Passes turn. Alright. Weird A draws Makonko Rivalry, their second copy, sets it and passes. Duels B activates Card Destruction. Both players getting fresh grips. Guardian Slime and Grave will activate, adding Ancient Chant. Player activates Breaking of the Ruin God, summoning Obelisk the Tormentor. Obelisk will punch face. During main phase 2, activates the True Sun God, adding Raw Sphere Mode. That's 1. And during the end phase, Obelisk will send itself away. Duelist A draws. That's Double-Edged Sword and passes. Another Obelisk punch will end it. Duelist B ain't got nothing. Back to A. They also have nothing. No monsters on board to use the Makonko dances with. Monsters from Makonkos to punch. Bunch of players passing it back and forth to each other. Passing. Duelist B activates another True Sun God, adding Guardian Slime. That's a field spell and passes. Player summons Hugh Lee, the Jewel Makonko, activates Rivalry, putting Makonko Dance Mayawashidori onto it. Able to add Makonko Promise, puts Double-Edged Sword onto her, making her 2,000. She punches for 2,000 damage, which is then done up again. Guardian Slime will then come out because damage was dealt. Mayawashidori will bounce Double-Edged Sword. Water Arabesque is activated, targeting the slime. Ash Blossom to say, no, you're not summoning them on deck. Player then sets Makonko Promise and passes. Duel Speed tributes the slime, summoning the Egyptian god slime. Guardian Slime Engrave will activate. Makonko Promise will chain. Specialing out Nini and putting a Mayawashidori on her. True Sun God is added to hand again. God Slime is then tributed for Winged Dragon of Ra. The True Sun God will activate. Nini will chain, targeting Ra. Ra is stolen. True Sun God goes to grave for nothing. Activate Soul Crossing, tributing all monsters for Sphere Mode. Mortal Phoenix Engrave is negated. For some reason. Player activates Ancient Chant and sets one card and passes. Makonko player sets Quaking Mirror Force and passes. Turns Sphere Mode to Defense Mode, activates Lair of Darkness. Passes. Back on Duelist A, who draws evenly matched. Lair of Darkness does nothing still. Both players at 4,000. Both players just passing at each other. Player sets Doma the Spirit. Might do something with it. During the end phase of the opponent's turn, activate Zoma to summon it forward. Draws Hugh Lee. Turns Zoma to attack mode. Summon Hugh Lee. Put Double-Edged Sword on her. She will add Makonko Promise. Battle. Skip battle, main phase 2, passing. Riveting gameplay here. Duelist B, full passing. Duelist A gets DD Dynamite, sets it, turns Zoma to defense, pass. God player summons Arima the Wicked Warden. DD Dynamite will activate, doing some damage. Arima will use its effect, tributing Hugh Lee, adding Pharaonic Advent. Lair of Darkness will then give them a token. They will pitch True Sun God to use hand size. Duelist A sets Marshmallow and another promise and passes. Urima will use its effect, tributing Zone with the Spirit, draw a card, turns to defense mode, gets another token, has to discard Darkest Diabolos, and passes. Player draws Raigeki, activates it, getting rid of all monsters, activates Cemetery Bomb, doing exact damage for game. Turn 25. Disgusting. Call this the last one of the video. Oh, hey, Cyber Dragon. I know someone who'd love to see them. Sets 1, summon Cyber Dragon Core, adding Cyber Emergency. Activate the emergency, adding Cyber Dragon Nashter. Nashter effect, discarding hers, summoning itself. Activate Cyberload Fusion, fusing Nashter and Core into Cyber Twin. Not great. Take a quick look at their extra deck. Yeah, not great. Also, they use Cyberload Fusion on their own turn, which is so weird. Duel's B activates Monster Reborn, summoning the opponent's Cyber Dragon Hers. Its effect will activate. Player fires off Imperm for no understandable reason. You don't know if you need to negate that, and that's just a waste. Duel's B activates Chaos Form, pitching Alt Dragon as cost to summon Chaos Max Dragon. Boost to battle, Max Dragon swing over the twin, and pass turn. Whilst A draws Effect Veiler, and passes, and they've just sealed their own fate by doing that. Duel's B punches with Max Dragon, double piercing damage for 8,000, and game. So much shorter than the last one. But did say that this would be the end of it. So, thank you for joining me in this special celebration of Watch and Learn 100, 100.1. Anyway, playing classic rock, you imagine dragons. Thanks for watching. Bye.